Good morning. Well, I'm down on the bottom lake today and I'm working on this section of the path here. Now if you remember, late last year I put a pipe underneath the path here because we were having water flying all the way along the edge here. Now as you can see, despite it being what feels like the wettest summer ever, it has actually dried up, but I'm concerned that as we get into the winter and we get the rain again, it might come back. So my plan for today is to just clear this ditch out, but also I want to reinforce the edge here, put timber along the edge here so the path's a little bit more defined, because people do keep walking on this, and we also had a herd of cows through which has left loads of imprints, so I've got to try and level all that out. But I'm starting down here because I'm going to give it a bit of a tidy up, because we've got things like the ferns here that are dying down for the winter. So we'll start with a tidy up and then we'll get on with this edging. Okay, I thought I'd just quickly show you what I'm actually doing, because you probably can't see properly from where you are. But yeah, here we've got several different types of plants. So earlier in the year I planted some goldenrod, that's these. As you can see, they've come up, they've flowered and they've finished. So they're perennials, they just need to be cut down to about 1 inch tall and then they'll regrow from the base next year. We've also got this plant here, which is a dropwort, which again, as you can see, the main stem of that is finished and it's putting new growth up from the base. We've also got over here a yellow flag iris, if I can get to it, which as you can see, the leaves from this year, which are these ones here, are kind of finished, but you've got the new growth coming up from the middle, so it's just a case of pulling it to the side and trimming it off. Stinging nettles to be pulled out. Then the only other thing in here is the ferns, which again, they finished for the year, so it's just a case of cutting them down near the base. And if I get in here, you can see this isn't a particularly clear one, but there's a little rosette in the middle there of like curled up leaves. That's next year's growth and they'll come up to the surface. So it's just basically taking all the dead stuff out so it's nice and tidy, and then in the spring it'll all come back to life. So yeah, we'll carry on and hopefully not fall in the lake. Now I just thought I should quickly say that dropwort is poisonous, but that's only if you eat it. So dropwort is the one with the parsnip-like leaves like that, comes up to about this tall with a white flower. Now there is one that's very similar to that, which is hogweed, and that one's kind of more dangerous, which I've actually found that we've got some of this in there, so I've already pulled it out. So that is the leaf from the hogweed, and that is some of the stem, and you can see that it has the purple on the stem. The flower on it is very similar and the growth height is very similar, but the hogweed has an acidic sap, so that can give you really nasty burns if you get the sap on you. So that one I really do want to remove. This one, like I say, it is poisonous, but only if you eat it, and I don't think anyone's going to be eating it. So right, let's carry on. Well, that's looking a lot tidier. There's still the odd bit to take out, but leaves are still falling, so I still need to do a second pass on this anyway. So I'm going to turn my attention to this path edging now. So the idea is I'm going to rake these leaves as I go, and I'll clear this, put the logs in at the side there, put stakes in to hold them to stop them rolling into the ditch, and then I'm going to fill it up with gravel on this side so that it has a nice slope onto the path. That way it should hold all the water on that side, and we should stop losing this edge of the path. So yeah, let's make a start here. And that is the path edge finished. So I've tied it in with the existing logs that were already here, so that's a nice seamless flow down along here. And I've spent a bit of time. I've taken a couple of trees out from here because there was a ash tree growing through the middle of that rhododendron and a holly tree growing through the next rhododendron. So they've been taken out and it looks a lot better. I've tried to trim some of the rhododendron back as well, but I'm a little bit limited because there's a few bits like this, which isn't a problem. You can cut that because it's only a small leaf bud there. But there's quite a few that are like this, and that's a large bud, and that's going to be a flower. So I don't want to cut all the flowers off this. So yeah, trimmed it back as far as I can. And then once that's finished flowering in the spring, I'll come back through here and do another pass and try and take those back further. But it's looking good for now, and this isn't going to be the last time I do it this autumn because obviously leaves are still falling, so I need to rake it. But I do also want to try and do something with this willow tree here, try and trim that back as well. So hopefully that will be coming up in a future video. But if you enjoyed this video, do subscribe and leave a like, and I shall see you later. And yes, the green lagoon down here is something on my list of things to fix.